Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to SL Podcast World News. My name is Goddess Empress Amin Ra, and I am your morning anchor, and I'm here with my co-host. And I'm here with my co-host.
Yes, sir. DJ Almighty Amin Ra.
Okay, good morning, good morning, Almighty.
Good morning, Empress. How you doing today?
I'm good. Today we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with our announcements first. Um, And our first announcement, of course, SL Podcast World News is hiring for live field reporters. Our live field reporters will be responsible for going out on the grid to capture live events, conduct interviews with SL entrepreneurs, and report back to our anger management team. The right candidate must possess a great personality, must have their own live stream, and must have a working knowledge of the OBS software. For those that's interested, can contact myself, Jason Lyric's resident, for more information. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you have some stories you want to air on the news, you can email it to us at slpodcastworldnews at gmail.com. We are conveniently located in the Isle Sim. In our second announcement for today, SL Podcast World News is now offering services for event advertisement, commercials, SL entrepreneur interviews. For pricing for those services, they can be found at the front desk at the station, of course, located in the Alcem, or you can contact myself, Jason's Lyric Resident, for more information. Now back to the news. Okay, Almighty, what do we have first in world news?
In world news for today, we have Suge Knight. Suge Knight calls out Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and more rappers for staying silent amid Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking arrests.
Yes, Suge Knight, who managed Tupac when the late MC was in a rap war between the notorious B.I.G. and Sean Diddy Combs, is speaking out on the latter on the latter legal issues and slamming those who were mum. He said, and I look at it real plain and simple. At no whistleblower, the former Death Row Records CEO told the News Nation Tuesday in a phone call from prison, where he is serving time for running over and killing a man. He said, the fact that there, but, excuse me, he said, the fact is there, but right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay Z. I don't care if it's Snoop Dogg. I don't care if it's the game. I don't care if it's Drake. Nobody is stepping up, he said in an interview with Chris Cuomo. Knight 59 then claimed those mentioned knew what was going on. Um, Page Six has reached out to reps for Ti, Ross, Jay Z, Snoop, The Game, and Drake for comment, but did not immediately hear back. However, over the years, the entertainers mentioned have been seen mingling with Combs, 54, either at industry events or at his wild private parties. A 14-page indictment recently revealed through the Bad Boy for Life rappers bashes were often dubbed freak-offs, in which criminal activity allegedly took place, including people being drugged and raped. Feds discovered narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant in Diddy's home. It's unknown whether the rapper Knight mentioned ever witnessed any of the alleged sex crimes. Almighty, what do you think about that?
Well, that's crazy. I mean, I know Tupac is rolling in his damn grave right now. You got your homeboy, supposedly homeboy Snoop, supposedly, well, was his homeboy at that time, Dre. But we already Dre. We hear rumors about him all the time.
Right.
But going to Diddy's party, it's supposed to be your enemies.
My thing though is like, do you find it kind of weird that Suge Knight is speaking out from prison? Like,
Suge got his own little podcast in prison. I think it's called Inmate Call or something like that. I don't know, something like that. I have to find
are you
call.
serious?
On the podcast. Suge's big Suge,
Well, you know what? And what's going to end up happening eventually? They're going to have a whole musical or a whole production in prison because At this rate, it's gonna be a lot of stars being locked up for this stuff.
I got a perfect name for it.
What is it called?
Broadway in prison. Broadway in prison. Shit, I cracked myself.
You're so freaking crazy. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's gonna be a lot of people being indicted for these allegations. Um, well, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on this. We're gonna move on. What do we have next in the news?
All right, we got Wesley Routh.
Oh, Wesley
Man,
Roth, update. These are update. This is updates.
man charged with attempted assassination of Trump at Florida golf course as case is assigned to Judge Aileen Cannon.
Okay, yes. Prosecutors on Tuesday filed the charge of attempted assassination of a major presidential candidate against Ryan Wesley Roth. The man, they say, camped outside of Donald Trump's West Palm Beach golf course for hours on end, armed with a rifle that he pointed through a chain link fence with a clear shot to the next hole where the former president was headed on September the 15th. Roth allegedly stalked Trump in Florida for more than a month, prosecutors told federal magistrate judge on Monday, with cell phone data allegedly placing Roth at the golf course as well as Trump's Mar-a-Lago residence across from several days between August 18th and the day Roth was arrested. Roth was originally charged with two gun related offenses, including obliteration of a firearm serial number and possessing a firearm while a convicted felon, while the investigation continued. Judge Aileen Cannon, a Trump appointee who oversaw the later throughout the federal criminal classified document case against the former president, was randomly assigned to oversee the case, court documents show. The charges against Roth also include possessing a firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence and assaulting a federal officer, in addition to two previous gun charges Roth faced. According to the indictment, Roth did forcibly assault, oppose, impede, intimidate, and interfere with Secret Service Special Agent Number 1, an officer and employee of the United States. Roth is scheduled to be arraigned on Monday. Now, do you find it suspicious that the judge that actually threw out Trump charges in his federal case is now handling the case of the guy who allegedly attempted to assassinate Donald Trump?
Yes, that's crazy. That's real crazy. But you know, the crazy part is the first young guy that tried to kill Trump. You know, I know his ass was happy that they tried to kill him, but he was like, shit, how the hell did he miss? So I guess he had to really think about that process. You can't send a young man to do a grown man's job. He didn't do it right. He didn't even get the chance to goddamn shoot nothing off. That's crazy.
So he didn't get it right, so I guess this guy, Roth, decided to go in and finish the job.
And he ain't get nothing done right at all. At least the young man did something.
So what you're saying is, and this is not funny because I don't condone violence at all, but what you're trying to say is, the first guy at least got a shot off.
Right.
Okay.
The Trump. Hey, stand strong, my buddy.
So you're a fellow Gemini, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Okay. Yes, as I said, we don't condone violence here in SL World News Podcast, but at the same time, sometimes the stories are so weird, and the violence is so numbing that you have to kind of try to find the humor in some of this stuff, because to me it seems like over the last few years, news has been getting weirder and weirder. What do you think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. What's the next update?
Oh, we got another update on the Birmingham shooting. Live update: Birmingham, Alabama mayor. Those who don't share credible information are as responsible as the mass shooters. That's what he said.
Absolutely. As we know, 4 people are dead. Taj Booker, Carlos McCain, Anitra Holloman, and Roderick. We finally got the name of the 4th person that passed away, Roderick Lynn Patterson Jr. And 17 others were shot when multiple shooters fired on people outside in the open Saturday night, according to the Birmingham police. Now, excuse me. I'm gonna give you guys an update on what we have. It happened outside of Hush, a hookah and cigar lounge on Magnolia Avenue in Five Points South. That is an entertainment district with restaurants and nightlife. No one is in custody at this time, but here's what we know. There were multiple shooters opened fire just after 11 p.m. on Saturday. At least 4 people were killed and 17 more injured in Five Points South. The victims have been identified. 5 people remain in the hospital as of Monday morning, and 12 people have been released. No suspects are in custody. The police believe the shooting was not random and it stemmed from an isolated incident. Multiple people were caught in the crossfire, and people are placing flowers at the site at this time. Police have set up an evidence submission portal, and there is well, it was $50,000, but this has been updated. There is $100,000 combined reward for any information leading to an arrest and a conviction. Anyone with information is asked to submit evidence to the Birmingham Police Department evidence submission portal, or you can call Crime Stoppers at 205-254-7777. Tips can be sent to the FBI by calling 1-800-225-5324. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the victims. My
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, if you know any information, send it out there if y'all want that cash, I guess. But hey, don't be doing it for, because you're a big fat rat. But anyway.
No, seriously, honestly, I'm not even gonna laugh at that because this is such a serious case. I know people say snitches get stitches, but something like this, it needs to be reported. I'm sorry. This is one of these times where this was just completely senseless violence. Um, 17, 21 people shot altogether. 4 people passed away. 12 been released from the hospital, and there are still 5 people in critical condition. So yes, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna laugh at that. I definitely think that someone should step up and, if they know what's going on, and report the information they have.
Yes, yes, yes. Don't just do it for the money. If you got credible information, do it from as a human being. You should
Exactly. Don't do
do
it
it.
because there's $100,000 reward. Do it because you're doing it from the heart. Do it because you know it's the right thing to do.
Right. Because
Right.
if you're doing it for the money, that makes you a fat rat. Anyway, I
Yes.
digress. Empress,
Yes.
I want to update on that Halle Berry budget.
All right. So in what we gotta call this, entertainment news.
Hmm.
I actually have that update for you. Now you wanted to know. You thought I was mistaken when I said that Halle Berry only got 5K for her role in Monsters Ball. So I have that update here for you right now.
Sound
Um,
like fake news to me, but okay, let's
no,
go
Halle
with it.
Berry only walked away with 5,000 for starring in her Oscar-winning role of Monsters Ball. Halle Berry felt she took a huge risk in starring in Monsters Ball, a film that only netted 5K. Halle Berry, winning Academy Award for Monsters Ball, was a crowning achievement for many reasons. It was a culmination of all her hard work that Berry put into her career. But apart from fulfilling her dream, she became the first black woman to win an Oscar for Best Actress. So as you can see, I come with my receipts. Okay, these are the receipts. Halle Berry
Mm.
only got 5K for that role, and actually Billy Bob Thornton walked away with millions.
Yeah, that's crazy how they treat black folks. But she did it. So she got low balled on monsters balls on the big balls. So that is on her.
Yeah,
But
it came with her Oscar winning role came with a very low price tag. The actor who was commanded, who has commanded millions for projects, only walked away with just $5,000, and that's her fault because, and this is why I really get upset when I think about the Halle Berry story, with her being in Monsters Ball. I get upset about it because she was the first woman of color to actually get an Oscar for her role in Monsters Ball, and um, the worst part is if that when I saw that video and allegedly that she allegedly let me say allegedly had sexual intercourse live on cam when she was filming this role. it kind of gave me a little disgust with her. I'm sorry. That's it's just I lost respect for her as an artist.
Well, I have to go. I'm gonna have to leave you here in the studio by yourself. I gotta pick up my son outside off the bus. But before I go, I will be at Souls tonight, 7 SLT to 9 SLT. Come hang out with me. It's Wildin' Out Wednesdays. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Love y'all. Good night. Go
That's
ahead, Empress.
actually the end of that's actually the end of the news anyway. We thank you guys for tuning in. As you know, we're always reporting the trending topics. We also reporting events that's going on in SL. Today we don't have any to update. So anybody who wants to advertise their events, or if you want to get a commercial for your business, please reach out to us at slpodcastworldnews at gmail.com, or you can contact myself, Jason's Lyric Resident, and I'll be happy to give you more information and pricing on those services. Thank you again for your time, and we will see you guys later. Bye.